phone, you will be you will be fine. When we begin speaking, correct protocol to introduce and uh, is like address. The meeting is like Mr. and dear Mr. and Madam Presiding Officer, hello Toastmaster of the day, and dear guest. And when we transfer control, we shake our hands. And when the transfer is control, please clap. And for the online members, please uh, be on your camera. Please have a nice smile on your face. Guest, please, if you have joined. Is there any guest?
No guest today.
Okay, so I'll skip this. And everyone, so before I invite our presiding officer for today, for presiding officer address, uh, he is IT professional and he loves doing umpiring in cricket matches and he loves doing event management. So let me introduce TM Pune for the presiding officer address. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
As we have two guests today, but just they are joining and they are settling down. Let me just introduce the themes and everything. So, how was your 2023? Is it good? Is it bad? Or is it as per your expectation? Can anyone say? How was your 2023?
It is extreme.
And what's your planning? How you want your 2024? The same like 2023 or more ahead with that?
Like is a push more ahead and there are a lot of positive and happiness that increases
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, 2023 was nice for me. Things went smoothly. There was nothing unfortunate happens. That was positive thing. And on the career level as well, things are going well. So I'm looking forward to do the resolutions tomorrow for 2024.
Anyone else? We have a Toastmaster Rutvik from TNCP Club.
Yes, so 2023 was quite uneventful for me, but I think that I recently switched jobs, so I think it was fruitful to a greater degree. And I think that with my resolutions, even I have not come up with any resolutions yet, so I'll be having a tough day tomorrow for thinking of things to do in the next year. But yeah, such is life.
So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 288th chapter meeting of Walker Toastmaster Club. Let me share my experience, right? The new year beginning, how I want and I start my new year beginning. So, generally, I wake up at around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. But when the new year is going to become, I wake up early into the morning. For the blessing from my parents, my mother, my father, and God. I wake up early at 6 a.m., dress up well, go to the temple first, get the best wishes from the God, and then come to home and take the blessings of my elders. After that, in our Gujarat, there is a saying that whatever the things you are going to start in your first day, that is going to be continued throughout the year. So my grandma was saying that you have to wake up early. So in the entire year, you have to wake up early. You have to eat sweets and you have to be happy. So your entire year is going to be happy. It's not the true, but most of the times you will be the happy because you start your day and new year with the happiness. So these things, we have someone who is going to share more about the new year beginnings, how the new year beginnings is going to be done, what are the different things. We have someone is a Toastmaster of the day, but before that we have two guests, so I would like to invite them onto the stage. just give your basic introduction and from where you have heard about our club. So please welcome to the stage. What's your name?
Omkar. Yeah, guest Omkar. Okay, thank you so much for providing me this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Omkar Kare. I'm basically from Vadodara, Gujarat. We just around 9 months back shifted to Pune in Maharashtra. So, from a background perspective, I'm an engineer, electronics engineer. Completed my bachelor's in 2017, and now I'm working in North Brunswick as a senior software engineer. And in my past experience, while I was working at Bombardier in Vadodara, I had attended one session of Toastmasters, wherein I got to know about some nomenclatures and the designations that are assigned to the person. And then I actually found it quite interesting, but later on, eventually, it did not turn out to be a club at our office. So I kind of drifted away from it. And now, since I was looking at what I could spend my time effectively on weekends, I was just browsing through and I came across this Waka Toastmasters Club, which was open. I think rest of the all which were nearer to me were closed to. So I decided let's make this weekend more fruitful by visiting today. So I'm looking forward to learning from each one of you, and yeah, that's a brief about it.
Thank you. Yes, member. We have one more guest. I would like to. What's your name? Yeah. Yes.
Hello everyone. So basically, very frankly, I was not much aware about Toastmasters, but I'm his wife and we decided together to engage ourselves in Saturday, Sunday for some, to spend some quality time. So that's the reason why I'm here. Looking forward to have a good, conversation with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also from Baroda, Gujarat. We shifted here last week.
Okay, hope you can make the enjoy and you start your new year beginning with the joining the Toastmasters Club. So let's start. We have someone who is going to host this entire meeting and give the more detail about the new year beginning theme. We have various sessions today. He is introduced going to. So we have someone who likes the reading books, who is by a technical engineer in the L&T, who joined the Toastmasters since 2022. Please welcome Toastmaster Rakesh Kundu. Toastmaster Rakesh.
Thanks. Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Rakesh Kundu and I will be your host for this meeting. So, to this meeting, the meeting theme is obvious for obvious reason. It is a new year, new beginning. So we will reflect on the new year is the time when we get the opportunity to reflect on the last year, how it is spent, and also we get the opportunity to celebrate in welcoming the upcoming year. So in the upcoming year, by celebrating, what happens is it is an international celebration, means irrespective of any country, religion and all, everybody celebrates this new year in the hope that there will be something good, and people become open to accept whatever is going to come in our way. And
Yes, yes.
we will become open to whatever comes in our way, and it gives us a positive attitude towards our future, and that means that in the near future or in the upcoming year, everything will be absolutely good. It is not that we all know that in the last year also we have good things, we have faced some difficulties. So in the coming year also, but that the acceptance of the coming years opportunity, that is what makes the celebration of a new year so significant. And we come all together with our friends, family, and all our colleagues in the celebrating the new year. But there is another aspect that we make resolutions. Maybe some of us don't make resolution knowing that it does not going to work, and many people still make resolution and follows for some days, maybe some months also. I don't know exactly because I also made some resolutions, but I found that no, it is not going to work this way. So we can make our resolutions also fit. So we can discuss these things at today's meeting. Now, for the benefit of our guest, I am going to explain the structure of today's meeting. So mainly there are three parts in every Toastmaster meeting. First one is a prepared speech stage, where there will be speakers who, according to their project objectives, have some speech prepared, and they will present it in front of us. And there will be another session that is a impromptu speaking session, where the participants will be encouraged to think at the moment and with a given topic, and he or she will be get the opportunity to speak something about the topic. So this actually challenges the people, the participants to be creative, to be fast thinker, and to deliver the speech at the as per the requirement of that. And the last session is a evaluation session, where our general evaluator will walk through how our all the meeting proceedings happen, and give us the feedback, recommendations, and where we have done good and where we have to improve. So that is the evaluation session. So to start with our meetings, first let me introduce to our role players who will help us to conduct the meeting smoothly. So we have role players like the general evaluator. So first I want to call our general evaluator, Dinesh Chaudhary, who loves to loves to read books, blogs, etc. And he will introduce himself a little bit, and please also tell something about the New Year thing and explain your role.
Sure, okay. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. I am general evaluator for today's meeting. My role would be to observe the entire conduct of the meeting. I'll be helped by other role players like R counter, timer, grammarian. They'll be doing bulk of evaluation, and end of the meeting, I'll also give my report on the general conduct of the meeting. If there are any areas for improvement, that I'll spell out as well at the end of the meeting. About New Year theme, interesting thought there. He was talking about New Year resolutions. Some make it, some don't make it. For some, it does not work out. For me, it does not work out most of the times, to be honest. But I still make it. There's no harm in committing. Maybe once in a blue moon, it might work for me. It might happen. So there's no harm in trying. That's what I think about it. Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks. Next, we have a very important role who will keep track of the time of our meeting. I will like to call our timer, Sandeep Kadam. Please come. Please give some introduction and tell
about the theme of today, you will add your role.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, and fellow Toastmaster and guest. Welcome you all to the 280th meeting of Toastmaster Bucket Club. So, as rightly said, take care of the minutes and the hours will take care of itself. Therefore, as a timer, my duty is to keep track of every minutes of the meeting and note down the exact timing, all the speakers, including prepared speeches, evaluation, table topic speeches, and all other roles, as well as while they present reports. I will also indicate red, then yellow, and red flags to alert the speakers of specific milestone to help him or her to finish their speeches. When a speaker reaches the minimum time allotted, I will turn on the red green flag. When a speaker reaches the exact midpoint time range allotted, I will turn on the yellow one. This one. When the speaker reaches the end of his speaking time, I will turn on the red flag. Then the speaker has 30 minutes of grace period to close his or her speeches in order to qualify for the vote. So I will report the qualifying time when called upon throughout the meeting.
Next, to note down or evaluate our unwanted sounds in our speech, there is someone who will act as a counter, and I will call Sandeep. Actually, he was also the sergeant at arms also. I will call Sandeep to explain his role. Sandeep likes to play cricket and reading books, and he is an active member of our Walker Toastmaster Club from June 2023. Sandeep, welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Dear presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, dear guest. When we use pauses in our speeches for added impact, sometimes the impact of the speech gets reduced if we use a lot of filler words like well. So in this meeting, as my role would be to note down all the filler words used in any speeches, including the inappropriate words, addition words like or conjunction words like and, well, but, and I will present my report at the end of the evaluation session. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sandeep. Next, for our language evaluation, there will be someone who is grammarian, Sanjay Pathak, who will explain about his role and also tell about your hobbies and short introduction. And also about the
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So, my name is Sanjay. My hobbies is readings, primarily the literatures, the latest technology, which used to make me interest more. Good evening, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. As a grammarian, my role is to present the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So today, the word of the day is envisages, and this is to form some mental picture which is not exist. To envisage something is to picture in your mind and to view in regard of something in a particular way. So I would be calling one or two members to want to use the word of the day today.
Example.
Example says, see envisages many positive opportunities, changes in the need. And another example would be Ramesh knew that what he likes, but he found difficulty to envisage it.
Yes. So the main difference between those who dream and those who want to actually achieve their dreams is that those who achieve it know how to envisage or envisage how they are going to achieve that.
Thank you. Anyone, others want to try?
There.
Yeah. Thank you.
Many times new Toastmasters, when they join, they will envisage this is going to be a silver bullet. Overnight, they are going to be great speakers. It does not work that way. Didn't work for me. In fact, I remember when I joined initially for first 6, 8, 9 months, I would speak once in a blue moon. Even for table topics, I would rarely come. But after that, I learned it's about coming here, it's about failing, it's about faltering and then improving from there. So it has helped me immensely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone from the guest?
Anyone from the guest? Phrase of the day, once in a blue moon. I really appreciate that we receive few uses recently. Meaning is something happens very rarely and not often is another in another way we can see that. And the examples for that company puts on a good performance only once in a blue moon. And another example of that, maybe again the Ramesh is coming. Ramesh comes around once in a blue moon. So anyone would like to use the phrase of the day?
Resolution should not be like once in a blue moon. I think that should be the continuous or continual our progress, way of progress. So it's not when it's a new year, we are making resolutions. I think we make resolution even we are not thinking about the resolution in daily life, right? So in every one we set the target, that's our resolution.
Yeah.
Even though the manager had declared that the work from home model has been long gone, the employee still did not turn up and only turned up once in a blue moon.
Anyone last we can try from this?
So I'm a cricket fan. There are a lot of players who come by, stay for a 5, 10 years span, but there is always one player, someone like a Sachin or a Virat, who is always someone kind of. Sorry, I missed the phrase.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon. Thank you. Sorry. So
Someone like Sachin comes in a blue moon.
Thank you for the uses. I'll move to the next. As my role, I will be keeping the counts primarily on the usage of phrase of the word and the word of the day and phrase of the day. It will be used by the speakers, by the evaluator, by the table topic master and our counter, and the sergeant, timer, postmaster of the day, and the table topic speakers. And of course, I'm going to submit the reports when the general evaluator is going to ask me during the meetings. And I will be also presenting the good uses and not good uses. Thank you. Over to you, Tikma. Thank you.
Coming to something about New Year resolution. So I think after making our resolution, our our job should be to envisage how it would going to work. So setting goal or making some resolution is only the first step towards making something successful. But you, to make it successful, you have to have the action plan. And you have to think also how I can make it successful. What supporting things I need to do. If there is some blockage and how if some I want to remove some bad habit, how can I make it difficult for myself to continue with the bad habit? Suppose uh, if I'm smoking, I should not keep a box, the packet of the cigarette in my pocket. If I want to smoke, I may go to the shop and come back. So these are little things we can think about. It is something about the positive thing also. Smoking is a bad negative habit, removing things, for example. So how it can be supported, and those action plans also we have to think about, and also uh, while making the resolutions, we have to also if we keep note of why this resolution is important for me, what is the intent behind it. Those things also, if you keep a note of it, and there should be another some process to remind yourself about the resolution, not only in the beginning. It should some of the things can be saved as a wallpaper or some in your working place. Some of the things you can keep it written down. So moving to our first stage of our meeting. The prepared speeches. The first speaker is Sanjay Zande. So the evaluator for his speech is will be myself. So I will be evaluating his speech, and
If you want to do that job, since your team on, you want to.
So I can do this, I give them because his path is going to be finished. That's why we have taken, so we can achieve our club goal. That's why we have assigned.
so objective of this speech is writing a speech with purpose from the project presentation mastery. Deliver an effective and well-defined speech on a narrow enough topic. And his topic is eye-opening experience. So I would like to call Sanjay for this.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. So let me begin my speech by asking you a question. How many of you aware which country in the world is called capital of diabetes?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which one?
India.
India, yes, of course. I think everyone knows. Before I give more details about it, let me start giving my experience. Worst day, would I say, but it's an eye-opening experience that I had in my life. So let me take you to the 2019. Till 2019, my lifestyle was completely different than what it is now. I was literally having like having junk foods, not having exercise at all, not having any physical activity at all. So as a result of which I gained weight a lot, and because of which I scaled, obese as per the BMI measurement. And still, I did not consider it as a main priority. Doesn't look after my head. In the month of same year, March 2019, I had to travel to the Bangalore for 2 weeks of visit. I was staying in a hotel. And one day in the morning, I wake up, I got up from bed. I realized suddenly there is, everything around me spinning rapidly. I felt like I'm a roller coaster ride. I felt like dizziness. I literally fell down on the floor. I lost my balance. And that happened like few minutes. I immediately grabbed chair around me, whole chair, and sat on the floor for a while. And literally, I was shocked because that was something literally new to me. It never happened to me in my entire life. So that was something scary for me. So immediately I got up. After a few minutes, everything stopped. I regained my balance. And then immediately I called my brother, who is a doctor, saying this is what happened. We kind of have a discussion, and after knowing more about the symptoms, he felt, or we concluded it might be because of the laziness, because I traveled to the Bangalore and staying a couple of days there. So I went to the office. It was normal day. I still was worried about that incident. I was literally monitoring myself, analyzing myself. I felt literally comfortable for the entire day. No any sign of illness, no any sign of discomfort at all. So I felt it must be disease. So in the evening, after having dinner, I came back to the hotel, and I decided to go to bed. I lie down, and immediately I felt the same experience. Now this is the moment when I literally got scared, because I thought initially it was dizziness, but it's literally not. It's something else. Then I realized it is something with the position. If I lie down, I face dizziness. So I definitely knew it's something unknown to me, and better go and get hospitalized. So immediately I called cab. I went to the rush to the hospital. I hospitalized in the emergency ward. Immediately doctor came, and they did primary diagnosis, analysis, and everything looks normal to them. So he said we might need to undergo some other, diagnosis tests, which can be done next day, because those are the advanced one. And it was late in the evening. It was literally 10 o'clock in the evening. So I had to wait for the next. So I got hospitalized. Next day, I woke up with the same experience again in the morning. Then next day, I finished my breakfast, and immediately I saw one person enter in my room along with the wheelchair and a piece of paper with all the tests to be done. So he took me to the various units in the hospital. It was like around 10 to 15 unit tests to be done. He was literally took me, which I remains as of now, is like blood test, MRI, CT scan, radio, all sort of tests, which I had never heard in my life. And literally, though that time, I think I visited or looked at the various equipments in the hospital. So then after like we spent 3-4 hours and going through all the tests, and he dropped me to the room and he left. That was the time when I was literally alone. My wife couldn't reach. She started traveling from Pune, but couldn't reach. And that was the time I was alone, and empty. Mind is a devil's house. So I started literally all negative thinking. What if I have brain tumor? What if I have any sort of disease, and what sort of treatment it would need? How much time I would need to recover? All sort of things going on. Literally, it goes to the level that I literally thought, what if it is a cancer? What if it is a last stage? And how many days I have? How many months I have in my life? So I was literally thinking about it, and literally my wife suddenly reached at time, because I was literally shaken up with this incident. I was literally frightened. I literally destroyed with those sort of negative thoughts. We waited for the result at about 7 o'clock. Doctor came, and he literally looked at all the results, and then he said, "You are suffering from the vertigo." I immediately thought, what is vertigo? Is it another name for the cancer? This sort of another disease. So then he explained, okay, it is a common disease, generally happens to the 50% of the people.
It is something to the ear infection. Your ear generally take care of your balance and all, and just happens. And it goes away with the sort of medicine and physiotherapy. So that was the moment I felt like I got a new life now. I got a new birth, and that is the time when I decided, okay, I need to change my lifestyle. So immediately I joined gym running club, and immediately after that, I made a resolution. At least I need to lose 20 kg of weight, which I managed to lose in a span of year. And that's the experience I had. And I wanted to just comment on this based on the experience. No matter what position you are in, no matter how much money you earn, no matter how many issues you have in your life, think health is at utmost priority. That's the message I
What a wonderful speech. I would like to write feedback for him to every, I will refer to every first master for 1 minute. And timer to take note of the 1 minute. And after that, we will continue for the second speech.
Yeah, only one speaker.
Long time back, maybe thousands of years back, the New Year was celebrated in the month of March or late March. But at one point of time, one Roman god called Janus, he is depicted as a two-face idol. Like one face is looking backward and another face is looking forward. So, in the name of that Roman god, from the January, the New Year has been started to be celebrated from the January. So, what does that mean? Looking backward and also looking forward. That means whatever has been happened in the past, we should let it go, but we should not completely ignore that. We should get the lesson from the past, and also we should embrace the future. So that is the reason for the January has been taken as the starting of the year. The next session of our meeting is or first I would like our timer to give this timing before for the speech.
Today we had only one speaker for the long speech, with Sanjay Zindi. And the actual time taken was 7 minutes, which was like exact time required. So the speech is qualified. So yeah, that is it. Thank you.
I'd like everybody to give the voting for the best speaker. Obviously, today is there is only one speaker. So now we will take a break of 5 minutes, and after that we will continue with the meeting. On next, we are going to start our next part of our meeting. That is the table topic session. And it will be hosted by someone who is a by profession, who is a agile coach. He likes to do umpiring. And he is our Toastmaster since since 2022. He is Puneet. I would like to call Puneet to come and please take over the control for the next session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Once again, good evening, everyone. Good evening. You have a nice 5 minutes break. So let's welcome to the second and more exciting session of the Toastmasters. What is the table topic? I will explain you for the benefit of the guests. The table topic session is the thing, is the session, right, in which you come onto the stage, you have a chance to think on your feet. You will have to give your impromptu speaking. So it is going to improve your on the spot thinking. So let me just explain you some basic rules, right? As Sergeant at Arm pointed out the beginning of the meeting, we shake hands when we transfer the controls. Please clap whenever the control is transferred. The timer, please note down in the agenda, it's a 15 to 20 minutes, but we have a lots of time, so we can extend it 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. A speaker, after given the topic, must speak 1 to 2 minutes. Timer will show the green cards after finishing of the 1 minute. He will show the amber card after finishing of 1.5 minutes. He will show the red card after finishing the 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, every speaker get a 30 seconds to conclude their speeches. The speakers who speak less than 1 minute and more than 2.5 minutes, it is not qualified for the vote. There will be a voting at the last for the best table topic speakers. So, benefit of the guests, to understand more, I would like to first invite the Toastmasters. Anyone, any interested Toastmaster, please raise your hand so they can come onto the stage and we give you him a topic. Any Toastmasters? Toastmaster Rutvik, do you want to come? Yeah. Toastmaster Rutvik, what India achieved in the 2023 years? What did India achieve into 2023 year? Toastmaster Rutvik.
What did India achieve in 2023? Now, that is a very broad question, which I would like to answer in a separate speech. But since I've been given the table topics, I would have to narrow it down to just 1 or 2 points. The first point that India achieved was hosting the G20 in Kashmir. It was a milestone achievement that, in my opinion, would not have been possible under any other guise of government, which would have otherwise be reinstated. The second achievement that India did, or rather almost did, was winning the World Cup. The Cricket World Cup. Yes, I'm talking about cricket. I really thought that we were in the best of forms, and I could really envisage how we would do well in the future. And it was a task that no one would like to achieve in once in a blue moon. A task that all cricketers, Indian cricketers especially, the new rising talents, would dream to achieve, holding the World Cup in their very own hands. So I thought that if India had indeed won the World Cup, it would have been so much better. Virat Kohli would have been so much proud. Rohit Sharma wouldn't have been so dejected. And Surya Kumar Yadav, of course, would have been the happiest man alive because he had to had the burden of the brunt of all the hate because he wasn't able to score a truckload of runs, which would have otherwise led us to victory. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
What are things, right, you have highlight to us, the G20 and the Cricket World Cup. But anyone knows now G20 has been changed and what's the new name? It's the G21 and why it was, why it's happened? Yeah, it's the South Africa added into the G20 committee and that is happened due to our Prime Minister. He has supported the South African government a lot. Now it's not a G20, it's the G21. And the third and the biggest achievement that India did, it's the landing on the moon. So thank you, Toastmaster Ludwig, to give us the World Cup highlight. I would like to request any guest or any Toastmaster, please raise your hand so I can ask them to come. The full is the Toastmaster. Yeah. So your topic is, what was the biggest controversy in the current year, 2023? What was the biggest controversy in the 2023? This it is. There may be. What was the thing which you make as a resolution in 2023, but you forget and you are going to plan in the next year?
Yeah, first of all, good evening all. So my name is Gafuran Mujawar and I'm from Hadapsar Toastmaster Group. So recently I moved here in Water, so I thought to join you because we were conducting our session in virtual only. And I thought it is more beneficial to, meet physically. And that's why I connected you and I am here today. So come to the point. So what was my, resolution in 2023 that I thought? First point that I thought to reduce my weight. Actually, yeah, as we talking about on health, it is on high priority, right? So I also decided to reduce my weight and I started initially. I joined gym, went there for a month, and after that, there is some personal occasion is there or some weddings and some other priorities is there. And it happened once, but I again tracked back. Then another personal medical issue is come ahead and it took like more than 15 days. And then I tried later on to come on track, but it was very difficult. And I just, quite on that and I just stopped it doing gym. But, I thought that the thing is, joining gym is a very, simple thing. But, doing it consistently is very hard, following discipline and doing it, continuous day. It should be, consistency. So that is one thing that I tried hard, do hard work, but it couldn't happen. So this is one thing. And even I decided the positive point that I want to share, like I decided to join Toastmaster in last year and I did it. So one is negative, one is positive, and I joined Hadapsar Toastmaster group. I attended a lot of meeting and the thing is happened with me like I have to move here and now I am here. So that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, any guest home? So Toastmaster home, sorry, guest home, the topics, yeah, home cards. Thing is, tell us your memorable moment of the current year. Tell us your memorable moment of the current year. Guest home card. Come on the stage.
Good evening, everyone. We as humans, as dreamers, we have several things that we expect from life. There is travel, there is learning. In this year, 2023, I got a wonderful opportunity to fulfill one of my dreams of traveling to the north side, the Himachal Pradesh. So, just a couple of months back, I got this opportunity. I envisaged it since the start of the year, but getting leaves working in an IT company is like a very difficult job. And finally, I was able to manage it somehow. And then we were able to plan a trip to Manali. Why that was a memorable moment is that there is one thing reaching the place, and then there is another thing to be able to do all the sightseeing, especially because it's a snow-clad region. So not always. So we know that there is this Atal tunnel that is constructed at around 10,000 feet, which is a marvelous engineering achievement, which I wanted to witness. But somehow we happened to be there near the Solang Valley, and because of the heavy snow, the route to the Atal tunnel was closed. But yet we persisted, and the opportunity came. We were able to visit the Atal tunnel. We were able to witness what the amazing architecture and the engineering was displayed there by our wonderful engineers. And ultimately, I could see how a completely snow-clad mountain looks like, how the snow feels in our hand. And especially living in the western part of India, it's very difficult to experience snow while we are in our daily life. So that was definitely one of the most memorable memory, I would say, of this year. Yeah, thank you.
What a nice visit to the Atal. That is one of my wish list. And now you can feel the snow in Gujarat. In every year, at any place you can feel, right? Recently, in the Rajkot and Amreli area, there is a snowfall. So you can feel the snowfall in the Western India. Now, any other guest? Any other Toastmasters, Anand? Ashok, sorry, yeah. Toastmaster, so your point is where you want to see your country in 2024? Where do you want to see your country in 2024? Toastmaster, Ashok.
Good evening all. Very nice topic. Okay, definitely it is a dream of every Indian. Okay, now we are in fifth largest economy of the world. Definitely, we are trying in 2030 for the at least for the third highest economy of the world. Definitely, I would like to see my country as the not only 2023, it is the toughest at least behind US is okay. At least now three trillions to at least 7 trillion I want to see, because at the same time China was growing like 30 trillion and we are in the 3 trillion. So definitely we will try to match at least. And for the economic point of view, for research and development point of view, I want to see everything and medicines and automobiles and all other sector. I want to see my country to be definitely a good scientist, and every year, like in ISRO, we are doing very marvelous job. Same thing, definitely I would like to see in the past. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We would like to expect some new medicine invested by you as you are working on to the research R&D department. Any other, yeah, Toastmaster, be nice. same topic which I given in part, what was the biggest controversy in the last year? Means current year 2020, what was the biggest controversy as per you? In the current year 2023? Those are the things.
The biggest controversy, as we know, one of the biggest controversies we know is Amitabh Bachchan gifting his bungalow to his daughter. And like many others, my hopes also got up. My father has many bungalows, a lot of property. Maybe he'll take a cue or two from Amitabh Bachchan and he'll give me something. I started wondering, I started dreaming about it. But then I had discussion about it with my wife, and she literally grounded me. She proved how that decision was not right, how that probably had the spark, whatever spark they had between Aishwarya and Abhishek, how that disappeared, and how the news are coming that they are about to separate. She said, see how bad idea it was to give something to daughter. So I would never ever ask my father to give me something, and all my dreams were shattered. I thought I could retire early. I could retire at 52, 54 maybe with some gift I get, but it was not to be. My dream was short-lived. So that is the one thing I remember from 2023.
Thank you. What a wonderful things, and that is the, in the Indian culture, I can see that is the biggest controversy. If any father wants to give a gift from his property to his daughter, then it is going to be biggest controversy. Amitabh Bachchan is the very known person, so that's why it's coming to the media. But if you see in your relation, whenever this kind of decision is going to be made, it's going to be biggest controversy in your home, and if you ever or like Ukraine, Russia, India, Pakistan, that is going to be happen in your home. Next, any guest? Anyone from online is there? Sandeep, yeah. So, how you want to start your new year beginning? How you want to start your new year beginning? Toastmaster Sandeep.
Hello, everyone. So how I would like to start my new year beginning. So it's kind of a resolution for me. Will probably in the last session also we spoke about the resolution. What were my resolution? I reinstate those resolutions. Like I would like to start giving priority to my health. I'm don't want to lose any much more weight on me, but uh, fitness and activeness point of view, I would like to walk, start walking at least 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers, and as well is jogging or running at the same time. Uh, Next, I think I will plan for swimming classes in January. That is another thing that will be in my bucket list. And the other thing is I would start giving focusing on the specific area of my skills in my professional life. So that will be another part, like you know creating more opportunities for myself in the office or other social gatherings, and would like to more, would like to continue on the public speaking part also with Toastmaster Club. That
Thank you,
is.
Toastmaster Sandeep. Anyone else? Sanjay? So Toastmaster Sanjay, your point is, what was the unexpected joy has happened with you in this year? What was the unexpected joy happened with you in the current year?
Good evening, everyone. So I know, same, like in the January of 2023. The thing happened with me is I changed the project. It happened to that, I've been released from the earlier project and I had to go into new account and new project. And literally, I'm working as a senior architect and, I'm from the Java background. And the new account and new project which I had is all about Python and, related tech. So I had a call with my VP, Associate Vice President. He kind of took an interview and he explained all about the project. And I said, literally, I don't know anything about Python. But if get a time, I will definitely invest time, I will learn, many things. And at the same time, something like cloud technology also. So he believed me in me, to be honest. And literally, I was fortunate enough, I had 15, 20 days to learn few things. And it was the initial days of the project, our account, I would say, it's a program basically. That, I get an opportunity to invest in the Python, learning new skills and, come up with the various, technology landscape for the project, for the program. So that was really a big, I would say, achievement for this year.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Any other guest or Toastmaster? We have three guests. Yeah. No, there is no one. Yeah, Toastmaster can go. Tell us your memorable New Year. Tell us your memorable New Year.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. So for me to tell about the memorable New Year, this would be primarily start usually that we say to create some plans what we are going to do in New Year and what we have not done. Maybe we tried, but we have not attempted. So generally start with that. Okay, let's start and visit over the things, the positive changes that we are expecting to happen. Of course, as mentioned initially, that those maybe that what we are thinking. And even recently, I learned that what we think, what are the things we listed down. Sometimes it happens. Once in a blue moon, it happens. So, guys, so this is how I started to just note it down. What are the things, positive changes is going to happen in my life based on my physical, then personal, then professional career perspective. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, yes, Rakesh, you want to? What's the single best things which you want to happen in the next year? What is the single best things which you want to happen with you in the next year? Toastmaster Rakesh.
Good evening, everyone. There actually are is not a single best thing. There will be many. Out of that, I think of that I would earn a lot of money in the next year, so that I can invest those money that can bring more returns in the coming years, and I can eventually retire early. That is the single best thing. But yeah, till now, if not a single incident, I can say in the next year, we should try for a better health, better family life, better social life with all our friends. Then a better community. Yeah, we can share or spread the positivity into our country, so that like in the last year, our country has achieved the southern pole of the moon landing. Likewise, there may be another feat, maybe in a scientific or technology. Nowadays, the AI is growing rapidly. maybe something we can hear is such a beautiful thing that would make us elated like you did in the last year. So that's it. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster. We have one last, so Toastmaster, Sandeep, do you want to add? Yeah, Sanjay, will we do the timer roll for you, sure. What's the first resolution you are going to take in a 2024 and why? What's the first resolution you are going to take for a 2024 and why? Toastmaster. Sandeep.
Good evening, everyone. The first resolution that I'm going to do, I have been thinking on that since a week now, because tomorrow is the last day to the resolution. So first thing is, I think most of you will agree is health. In today's time, health is important, and with the COVID experience, it became more important. So, and then for me, I have been doing the health checkup every year. So I have been keeping watch on different health parameters for me. So I think achieving or controlling and bringing down the health parameters which are out of range is the major concern and the goal for me. So that's the major resolution for me for 2024.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. And hope you will have a better health for the next time. With this, I am going to end this session, but before that, I would like to request timer to come on the stage and represent the timing reports. Toastmaster Sandeep Kadam, please come onto the stage. Toastmaster Sandeep Kadam. Thank you.
So on the table topic speeches, we have
10 speakers.
yeah 10 speakers. That's quite a number today, and surprisingly, all the speakers qualified. So that's really surprising and great news. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep Kadam, for the detailed report. So before ending the things, for the, you all have a voting sheets and there is a one short column based table topic speaker. So I am going to repeat the name: Toastmaster Rutvik, guest Gurpran, guest Omkar, Toastmaster Ashok, Toastmaster Sandeep, Toastmaster Dinesh, Toastmaster Sanjay Jhande, Toastmaster Sanjay Pathak, Toastmaster Rakesh Kundu, and Toastmaster Sandeep Kadam. All are qualified and you can give the best vote for the best table topic speaker. It's now, I'm done with the second session and it's going to be back to the Toastmaster there. It's over to you, Toastmaster Rakesh Kundu.
Making your resolutions work. One thing we discussed about the action plan. So why not after doing every actions, after achieving a small feat also, why not celebrate that? Why not take recognition of that action of yours and celebrate? And if you make your steps more enjoyable, then you will see that your resolutions are not that tough as you were thinking to be. So that is very important to make your work enjoyable and to celebrate your small wins. By telling so, I would like to step towards the next session of the meeting, that is the evaluation, general evaluation session. So to conduct that part, we have Dinesh, Toastmaster DTM with Dinesh, will conduct this session. Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Rakesh, for wonderful conduct of this meeting. Is there anyone online here? No, just us, just getting recorded. Okay, wonderful. So this is third session of the day. And for guests, first session was about the prepared speeches. Second session was table topics, and I consider this as the most important session. First two sessions, prepared speeches, we come here, we ourselves get some feedback. We ourselves realize, oh, I forgot the topic. It happened to me. I couldn't last 5 minutes. I hardly came back in. It happens. It has happened to me. But more important is you hear it from others as well. So in this session, you'll have different kind of feedback. You'll have feedback about ahs and ums, whatever you spoke, how many ahs, ums, you knows you had in it. And you don't realize it, but these are distractors. And all of us do have it. But with conscious effort, you can get away from it. That's first feedback. Then the second feedback is about grammarian. So grammarian was introduced at the start of the meeting. Grammarian would note the good usage and not so good usage of the language. And then of course timer is there. And for the speech, there is a dedicated speech evaluator as well. So you have all so many different kind of feedbacks, evaluations you'll have in this meeting. And that's where we talk about continual improvement, how this system helps you. All right, with that, I'd like to call upon our counter of the day to give the our count report, please. Of course, yes, thank you. So Toastmaster Rakesh has evaluated the speech delivered today, prepared speech. So I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Rakesh to give his speech evaluation report. Toastmaster Rakesh. Timer, it would be 2 to 3 minutes time for him, please.
My target speaker was
Sanjay Pathak.
Sanjay Pathak.
Sanjay Gandhi.
Sanjay Jande. His topic of speech was, his objective of speech was to deliver an effective and well-defined speech on a narrow enough topic, and writing a speech with purpose. So his topic was an eye-opening experience. He actually started the speech very well with asking a question, and also throughout his speech, he maintained his personal incident. So which is very essential for connecting to the audience. So in that regard, he has been done a tremendous good job. And also he met with his speech objective, right? Topic was narrow enough and engaging enough. Still, it was engaging enough. The recommendation I would give that he could have raised his voice a bit more, so that it is more audible, more clearly audible. Though he was absolutely fine with his all his sentences and how he was presenting. And his topic and his speech was such that there was a lot of opportunity to use the vocal variety and voice modulation, where he can work on. Otherwise, his speech was very engaging, and his ending of the speech was very good, and there is a very good, impressive takeaway from his speech. So overall, his speech was excellent, as it was his first speech. So a big round of applause for him. Thank you. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. With that, let's move on to the next segment of evaluation. That would be our counter report. Can we have our counter on the stage to give the report, please? Toastmaster Sandeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. As an our counter, I'll take names and they have used the number of times they've used and other words. I have used 5+ hours, and Puneet has used 2, Rakesh, since he's taking lead role as a TMOD, so and evaluator, he is also 5+ as a Sanjay Pathak 2 hours, Sandeep Kadam 2 hours, Dinesh and Ritvik have been flawless speaker for the today, basically kind of for the. And Sanjay Jande 3 hours, Omkar 4 hours, Ashok 2 hours. And I didn't notice any other, filler words like Velam especially. And Rakesh has used and one time, and I didn't find any other filler words used today. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Grammarian of the day, Master Sanjay, to give out his report, please.
So word of the day and phrase of the day, how many times it is being used, and the good uses and the not good uses, primarily will be covering in this report. So Toastmaster Dinesh have used the phrase of the day the 2 times. And Toastmaster of the day Rakesh has used phrase of the day 1 time. And during the table topics used several times, that is Toastmaster Ritik has used word of the day 1 times and phrase of the day 1 time. And guest Omkar has used word of the day once. And the good use is that someone, I think we used somewhere that who envisages, this is Ritik has used the good uses. That someone who uses the envisages the goal outcomes, and that goal outcomes used to convert into the reality over a period of time. This is one is that. And India team has envisages to win the World Cup, and they have shown to our their followers and whoever is following the World Cups, they have given really a very good reason about to win situations they have been by that part. And of course, the one thing is that once in a blue moon, we should attempt to pet the things, to visualize the things so that once it happens in our life. Thank you. Sorry, I did not observe any wrong uses of family today. Both of the sentences.
Thank you very much, Sanjay. With that, I come to my evaluation of all the role players and general conduct of the meeting. Let me start with Sergeant at Arms, who started the meeting. Meeting started little late, few minutes late. That's because we are trying to set up things. This is unusual time of the year where many people are vacationing, enjoying their time elsewhere. But I'm still glad to see so many people turning up. That's been wonderful. So big round of applause for all the people who've been prioritizing their public speaking skills and who are investing in themselves coming here even at this time of the year. Wonderful job. So Sergeant at Arms read the club mission. You read out the rules for the meeting as well. So job well done. I don't have any particular recommendation for you. Great job. Next comes the R counter. Same person played the R counter role as well, Toastmaster Sandeep. He had all the R's counted for his speakers. He had some filler words counted as well. So great job done. He was attentive throughout the meeting. Just one recommendation. There are other words like R's is one. We call the role R counter, but there were definitely some other filler words as well. So it's very important for us to know it. It's not just R. It's and I mean probably we were so engrossed in listening to the speakers. They're all great speeches today. It happens. It has happened to me. But I think it's important that people know what are their crutch words, other than R's, what are their filler words. That's how they'll input. So overall, great job. Just one recommendation. It's not just R's. I'd like you to count other things as well. Next, grammarian. Again, very well chosen word of the day and phrase of the day. I liked it. It got used so many times. So that's a testimony of how easy it was to use. So great job in choosing that. Also, you ask people to come forward and use it. There are 3-4 people who could use it. So great job done in choosing word of the day, phrase of the day. Even your report was good. really nice. But again, I'll give similar feedback. We are here to improve. So we definitely want to use, hear not so good usage. Now, of course, when we say not so good usage, we don't say that Dinesh said this, which was grammatically wrong, or Punit said this. We say, okay, someone said this, but that someone knows that this was part of my speech. That person is conscious of it next time. So it's important that humbly, politely, we give that feedback, constructive feedback. So I definitely want all role players to give that constructive feedback in every meeting as well. But otherwise, great job done. I think first time you are doing this work. So I think by that standard, it was wonderful. Great. Next come to the timer role, and timer Sandeep, right? Toastmaster Sandeep, no comment, no commendation for you. You are doing your job spot on. The cards were there right in time. Again, first time role for you, timer. Okay, we have a lot of first time role players today. So big round of applause for VP Education as well to encourage so many people to take roles for the first time. It's not easy. So that's timer. Next coming to the big role players, that is table topic master and presiding officer address as well. Presiding officer address was spot on. It was relevant to the theme of the meeting. He kick-started the things. He told us what is the theme and then he led way to the Toastmaster of the day. So great job in presiding officer address. And even in table topic master, somehow I felt you brought in a lot of energy in that session. And you gave a lot of topics, and sometimes it's good to have topics easy, but these topics were little tricky. And life throws curved ball at you many times. It was little bit that kind of experience. It was good. For a change, it was good. The topics were well chosen. Most of the people, except I think one person had to change the topic, but otherwise the topics were good. So great job in table topic master. I don't have any recommendation for you, Puneet. Wonderful job. Next, coming to the tabletop Toastmaster of the day. A very wonderful thing. You had good thoughts interlaced from start to the end of the meeting. You had a flow of thoughts. You had good ideas. So all that was really nice. Your script was good for the Toastmaster of the day. So that's wonderful job. I have one recommendation for you. Toastmaster of the day is the host of the meeting. That is the person who occupies this person for the most of the time. And that person sets the tone of this meeting. So it is very important that you display the voice modulation. If you're speaking in monotonous voice, it kind of gets onto the meeting. It kind of starts getting boring. So it is very important that you have that. Anybody has heard of a rule of 55-38-7 by Albert Mehrabian? 55-38-7. Anybody knows? Okay. So there was a research conducted. In that research, they have found out that 55% of all the communication is non-verbal. All the body language, movement we do, that is 58% of the communication. 38% of the communication is voice modulation. How you take your voice up and down. And only 7% of the communication is about the words you speak. It might be surprising, but there has been good amount of research conducted. So it's really important we have that voice modulation, range of voice, and we are using the stage as well. And purposeful movement. We are talking about purposeful movement. But as I said, your homework was thorough. You had good ideas to bring to the stage. But next time you take this role, you do homework of how you would modulate your voice as well. Where you'll take it up, where you'll slow down. So I think that's very important piece. You can do homework and practice as well. But otherwise, a great job in Toastmaster of the day as well. Have I left anyone? I think all role is covered, right? Otherwise, glad, as I said, glad to see so many people investing in them. Oh, yes, evaluation as well. So evaluation as well, you followed CRC approach. Great job done there. Only one recommendation I was looking for was about the body language. It was your second speech, right? Second speech, right? So I think that comment, we can give a couple of recommendations for sure. So you gave about voice modulation, which was apt, which was accurate. But second part was the body language, which was starting, you are at one place and your hands go up like this. So you kind of stop communication with folding your hands like this. So I think it's very important that you give at least two, and it was stark. I mean, I could see it, that body language was not there along with you had great speech otherwise, but I think voice modulation, body language, 55-38-7, that's very important. If all of us remember that, will be great communicators. Otherwise, about the conduct of the meeting, I know it's very difficult to have meetings in this time of the year, but again, big round of applause for Puneet for holding this meeting in not just VP education, he is doing president role as well, he is doing multiple role in this meeting as well. I mean, kudos to his dedication, great job. All in all, a great meeting. I love coming to Wacker Toastmasters Club. It is my home club, and I'm glad to see wonderful quality meetings and a lot of guests as well. So one great meeting we had today as well. With that, I give it back to Mr. Toastmasters. Thank you, Rakesh.
So we are almost at towards the end of the meeting. To conclude the meeting, I would like to call our president, who have some thought, declarations on the winners and also to address our guests. So Toastmaster President Puneet, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh, for a wonderful theme and let us know about the new year beginning. So big round of applause for our Toastmaster. Before I would like to invite guests, you all have a voting sheets. So again, I'm repeating, if there is a one award for best speaker, we have only one speaker, so it's Toastmaster Sanjay Jande. Best orator, we have only one speech, so that's why only one orator, Toastmaster Rakesh Kundu. For the short role player, we have a Sergeant at Arms and our counter, Toastmaster Sandeep Dharampurkar. For timers, we have Toastmaster Sandeep Kadam. And for grammarian role, we have Toastmaster Sanjay Pathak. All are role players for the short role players, and for the longer role players, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rakesh Kundu, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Dinesh Chaudhary as a general orator, and Toastmaster and the table topic master Puneet. You can vote and you can submit it to the Sergeant at Arms, so he can collect the things and submit the results. So by his collecting everything, I would like to invite guests onto the stage one by one and share your experience. How you like this session, or do you want anything? And when you are going to join the club, and the few people just join little bit late, just give your brief introduction. What are you doing? Right, from where are you coming, and how you like the session? Yeah, you can. What's your name?
Sumit Aprajit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate Sumit Aprajit, please.
Yeah. So I'm Sumit Aprajit. I'm working as a manager in John Deere. And I and my wife Sakshi are here, and we thought it's important to have a good public speaking skills. I have heard about Toastmasters Club multiple times, but never prioritized it. In fact, last month we were here. There was some sports event happening, so we could not join that day. But today morning I had set a reminder in my clock to make sure we come here. And it's a first step, and it's important to take the first one. So I'm really happy we could make it today to this club. And definitely both of us are excited and looking forward to join. All of us, one thing which I teach my children, kid also, is to build this skill starting from childhood, because it becomes difficult when you grow up and then build on it. So I was glad to hear about a club for kid as well. So definitely I'll bring him also along next time when we are here.
Thank you. Please welcome him. Yes, no, you have to. What's your name?
Sakshi Aprajit.
Yes.
Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Sakshi Aprajit. I am his wife. I work as a librarian in Orchids, the International School. Yes, my husband already told you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I would like to invite guest Chitra.
So good evening, everyone. So this was a very new experience for me to interact with new faces. So I would definitely like to join this club. Thank you.
Next from sir.
So thanks a lot, everyone, for this quality time of around 2 hours. So yeah, it definitely helps to get in sync with people who want to build the same kind of quality that we want, so that we can learn from each other very fast. This experience, the theme that was chosen today was very relevant, I feel. And obviously it triggers you somewhere inside also that what you want to do, what you want to achieve. It triggers you to think back how the year went by, and it also triggers you to think what you want to do in the next year. So the theme was very apt. And yeah, I really enjoyed my time here, and I would like to definitely join the club. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys from sir. Apart from the guests, we have the Toastmasters from the other clubs. So I would like to first invite Toastmaster Rutvik, who is the VP membership of the TMCP club. Yes, Toastmaster Rutvik.
So guys, I'm a member of Toastmasters Club of Pune at SB Road, and jumping clubs from week to week is one of my hobbies, you might say. So coming to this club, I really like the ambience. The first impression was really good. I noticed some things that were really different from my club. So allow me to tell some of those things. So just one recommendation, whenever someone is giving speeches, please do not allow anyone to enter, because it might distract the speaker when he is delivering his oration. So that is one minor thing. Another thing is, if we want to have more time allotted to the table topics, more people should have, we don't have as many members today, but otherwise you guys might have, double these members. So if you want to give more chances to people to come on the stage and give speeches, maybe what you can do is you can cut time on the other aspects. Well, by other aspects, I mean the timer needn't come forward and deliver a report. He can just show directly sit there and tell that all of them have qualified. So that kind of thing saves time. So that's all. And one last thing is that whenever in Toastmasters, whenever we deliver control to another, to a speaker especially, we say their name as Toastmaster Rutvik and their speech name, and then again speech name, and then Toastmaster Rutvik. So that is one minor thing that is I want to recommend. Finally, I really enjoyed uh, being a part of this club, and I really hope to see all of you again in the future. And I'll keep coming back to this club whenever I get the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the nice feedback. We will definitely improve on our next club meetings. Toastmaster Gufran. Yeah,
Yeah, good evening all. First of all, thank you for inviting me, actually. So, I'm talking about my experience here in Hadapsar Toastmaster Club. We usually conduct our meeting in virtual only. So I think I was, attended one physical meeting over there. And this is the second meeting I'm attending as a physical. Okay. So it was very nice experience for me, actually. And as Toastmaster, what's your name? Rutvik said, so we have to disclose the result at their stage only, right? You said. So adding to this point, I will say like, we are coming here to, pull ourselves from the comfort zone, right? So if you are saying or disclosing or answering something on your desk or on your chair only, so you can't pull yourself from your comfort zone. And if you are coming here, so this is the something different thing. And the main reason of Toastmaster is to, to pull your all comfort zone and be bold, like, and because your ultimate goal would be like to become, good speaker. It is not only here only in life, every aspect. you should have to present your idea. Even our prime minister also selling their idea. So who is selling idea will be get more opportunity in their life. So that is one just point. It is my personal opinion. I'm just not defending your point. So that's it. And another thing like everyone is participating and they are, you know, most of people taken a first time their role and they are doing very good actually. And I also thought that, yes, definitely, I also emailed to, change my membership from Hadapsa Toastmaster to here itself because I even thought to pull my comfort zone because I feel that I need some improvement because this is only start. Because joining Toastmaster is only start and keeping it and being consistent in every meeting is my goal. So that's it for my. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the feedback, and I would like to say, please join. As my opinion is that, as compared to the virtual, if you come online, your stage fear is going to be removed. Because if the online, again, you are taking your laptop, and it's the same like you are doing in your office work. So when you come to offline, you can see the people, you can make eye contacts, and you have to come the stage and you can increase your networking too. Okay, with these few announcements, so next Saturday on the 6th January, we have a not installation, but we have that Toastmaster leadership training. Yeah, Toastmaster leadership training program for all the ExCom members and any of the new joiners who want to invite. There is a one mail from the district 125. You have to register, you have to pay 250 rupees and you have to upload your screenshot. There is a separate training program based on your ExCom roles. And if you are not an ExCom member, then there is a one other program is going for the all other Toastmaster. So please register by tomorrow is the last date, right? We have time. Yeah, so we have time, so please register that. And first of all, we have a plan for ExCom installation on the 6th, but now due to this training program, we are shifting from 6 to 13. So it is going to be shifted from 6 to 13. So there are two announcements. And after this meeting, floor is going to open for the guest and open chit chat. Our distinguished Toastmaster Dinesh Chaudhary, who is the membership also, they can guide you all the guests. With this now, it's time for moment of glory. Due to save paper, right, and make a green, we have reduced to give the physical certificate. We will give you as a online certificate as a soft copy. And I have a results in with my end. So we'll start with the best speaker. The best speaker is Toastmaster Sanjay. Can we have other best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Rakesh. Now the best short role player goes to Toastmaster Sandeep Dharamporkar. Best table topic, any guesses? Yeah, Toastmaster Rudri. Best long role player announced to me itself, so I would like to request DTL Dinesh to come onto the stage and before going to end the meeting, I would open the floor for the next meeting TMOD role. So we have lots of new joiners who has not taken this role. Toastmaster Sanjay, Ashok, Sandeep, anyone interested, please nominate yourself as a TMOD. Right, that's the chance to come up onto the stage and remove your fear. I know you have great speakers, but you have a stage fear to take this role. So please raise your hand or call me after this meeting. We have opened a TMOD role for the next meeting. With this, I am going to officially adjourn this meeting and floor is open for the chit chat.
We'll take a.
Yeah, there is one group photo, please.